Hi, everybody. It's me again, Professor H. I just wanted to do a quick video to go over the textbook that we're going to be using in our Psychology 1 class. It is a free open source textbook, which means that you will have access to it for free if you use it online or if you download a PDF. You will also have the ability to purchase this textbook. They even have an Amazon link on there or whatever, for $38.50, and the print copy that you get is pretty nice. It's a this one's a hardbound. They've always had a softbound one, so I don't know why I got a hardbound. It could be that I'm just getting it because I'm a teacher. I don't know for sure, but the one I got, the previous version, was a softbound book. Now, either the Psychology 2E or the previous Openstax Psychology book, either one is fine. So if you happen to have the older version, or a friend of yours has the older version of the text and you wanted the print text and you wanted to get that and use it, that's fine. It'll work just fine. Okay, so how do we get to this thing? How do we access the textbook? I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are at our home page for the psychology class. Let me get it on student view because mine looks a little bit different than yours. Oh, come on. It's a little funky because I'm actually using my phone internet. I'm having trouble with my house internet. Okay, so once we go on to the home page, there's going to be a couple of ways to link the book. You can just go down here to the bottom of where our weekly stuff is and click on Openstax. So if we hit Openstax, it's going to take us right to this book. You can also just do a Google search, Openstax Psychology, and it will take you right to the book. All right. I don't know how to get rid of this because my little person is in the way. There we go. Okay. Okay, so this is what the textbook page looks like when you go to the Openstax Psychology page. So once again, the book was Openstax Psychology 2E. There is a previous version without the 2E. Either one is fine. So this is the home page that you'll be starting with. If you had other classes or you were interested in like reading some textbooks about other things, you can always look at these other subjects. And there's a lot of other topics that are covered by Openstax, and it's pretty neat textbook. So you can view online, which once again I said was free. You can download a PDF, which I usually kind of do just so in case I don't have internet access, I can have access to that. And then you can order a print copy, which is what I did. Now, if we order a print copy, it can be a personal copy, bookstore. For us, it would be personal. And you could order through Amazon. I think it gives you an option to do a couple things. Okay, so that one took me right to the Amazon. So, but I think it gives you a couple of other options for how to purchase the book. All right, let me get rid of these little banners here. So let's look at our table of contents for this book. So here is our table of contents. We have chapter 1, and it says it breaks it all down to everything we're going to see in chapter 1. There's basically 4 sections here. We have key terms so that you can look at your vocabulary, make sure you know all of your vocabulary. I'm going to be adding that onto our Canvas page so that you have access to the vocabulary on the Canvas page. Knowing your vocabulary is key to doing well in your exams. If you know your vocab, you're likely to score well. Each chapter has a summary on it. So say you are pressed for time, you have to take a test, and this applies pretty much to any class that you're taking. Just get in there, read that summary at least. Even if you didn't get to read the chapter, read the summary because it'll have the most important things kind of pulled out. Okay, I want you to read the whole chapter, but I'm just saying this is something that you can do also. Critical thinking questions are included so that you can think about the topics more deeply, maybe discuss it with somebody else, and that way you can develop a deeper understanding of the topics. And then we have review questions. So if you want to quiz yourself, test yourself to see what you know in the chapter, you can do the review questions. If you miss something, then go back and try to find the answer to that. So those are really good things that they have every single chapter in this textbook, which I really, really like. There's some other things too. There's critical thinking questions and personal application questions as well. The study guides are really cool. If you go into here, you can look at the different study guides. So for chapter 1, and also has a thing about using the study guide. It can say, what is psychology? It gives you that. History of psychology. It gives you kind of a little breakdown here of the most important parts. Once again, you know, to help you focus and study on the most important things that you're probably going to need to know. Contemporary psychology, the more modern perspectives. It's going to go over those as well. And then careers. So these are all things that we're going to be covering. And then once again, on the study guide, there are review questions as well. So those are some really good resources that this book offers that I think are really, really worthwhile. So let me go back just a tiny bit here to the beginning of the book. So when you first log in, it also has a tab called Student Resources. So, and I use the instructor resources, which has really great stuff for me, has the PowerPoints, all that kind of stuff that I can access. And Student Resources has a lot of good information for it. Sorry, I obviously cannot click worth a darn. I need a mouse, I'm using the keypad. Here's review questions. You can download any of this stuff. Student solution guide, need help studying, access to details. So this is something about study skills. Student time management guide. Time management is really difficult for most students, and especially in pandemic times. And if you're not actually physically going to class, it makes it actually more difficult to manage your time. So there's some tips in there. Reading and note-taking guide. And just an FYI for you, research has shown that, or several studies have indicated that by taking notes by hand rather than by computer is more effective, because you may be able to type faster and write more words when you are using your computer to take notes. However, when you have to write it by hand, you're processing more. You don't have time like to write everything, so you have to actually say, okay, this is what I need to know about this, and then jot that down, and maybe a couple keywords, which you'll have to link the information to. So I'm just throwing that out there as well. If you take notes on your computer, you may want to rethink that. Okay, what else do you need to know about the book? I guess that's pretty much it. We are going to be just going through every chapter. There's 16 chapters in the book. We're going to go through every one of them. Most weeks we'll only have one chapter, but there are a couple of weeks where we're going to have to cover more than one chapter. So we'll do 2 chapters in a couple of different weeks. So just kind of be prepared for that. You don't want to get too far behind. Yeah, so this is the book. All right, if you have any other questions or anything regarding the book or regarding the course, please feel free to let me know. Okay, the best way to contact me is through email. I don't always check on the YouTube stuff, so I don't always, I try to check for comments once in a while, but I'm not really good about it because I'm just new to doing all the YouTube stuff. All right, so I'm going to stop our screen share real quick so that I can say bye to you guys. All right, so that's it for the book. Let me know if you have questions, concerns, anything like that. And that is it. I'm going to be making another video to cover the paper that we're going to be doing and how our course is going to be recording our scores on things. So to keep track of your points is a little bit tricky because Canvas isn't going to be accurate. You're going to need to use that form that I gave you. Okay. All right, guys, take care and have a lovely day. All right, bye-bye.